If you're interested in a non-attorney position at the firm, whether it is as a COO or office manager, or as a paralegal or a law clerk or somebody who is going to work on the marketing or other administrative functions in the firm, then this video is for you. We're going to need a lot of help around here. I aspire to grow to 5-10 attorneys in the short term, which means that there will be many other support staff that we're going to need to bring on to support them. And here's what I'll say about everybody that may be interested in applying for a non-attorney position. I've been a lawyer for 20 years now, and I have worked with some really outstanding people in the past who are non-attorneys that make my life easier. There are some secretaries in the past that I've worked with who really became true friends of mine. These are people who I learn all about them. They learn all about me. We have a real friendship that transcends sort of the transactional things that happen in law firms. But what they all have in common is that they care about their craft. If you're a clock puncher, if you just want to get paid, if you just want a job, do yourself a favor, submit your resume to some other law firm. Because if you're going to get hired here for any administrative position to support attorneys, you're going to have to convince the people that do hiring around here, and you're going to have to convince me that you truly care about your work product, that you really are interested not just in some oh yeah, of course, this is what everybody's looking for sort of way, but really, truly be able to show that your singular focus is making the lives of the attorneys that you work for easier. Some of the great people that I've worked with in the past who are not lawyers have gone on to do incredible things. One of the attorneys who I like one of the non-attorneys who I've enjoyed working with most in the past came to work with me at the large law firm right out of college, thinking about going to law school. And this was a person who was so interested in learning and getting better. And when I could show what I wanted done, and it was a very detailed way of getting something done, this person was able to execute on that very well. But if it was a little bit less well-defined and it was like, this is the outcome to be achieved, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to get there. I think it might look something like this. Please go forth and apply your creativity. This is somebody that was able to do that in spades. It was somebody who read and reread and reread and proofread everything, because this person had slavish attention to detail and a real desire to make my life easier, okay? This person went on, after working with me at the large law firm, to go to one of the most prestigious law firms in the law schools in the country, much more highly ranked than the law school that I went to, who did much better than I did in law school in terms of GPA, who has a much better resume than I do at this point, and certainly when I was at this person's level of practice, who is now working at a law firm that would have never hired me out of school, and this person is practicing law now at the very highest level. I think that objectively, if you were to put this person's resume up against mine, and look at what level of a lawyer they are, this person has exceeded me. And I'm 10, 15 years older than this person, and I got to work with this person right out of college, and I knew this person was a star. I knew they were destined for greatness. I've seen it in attorneys, I've seen it in paralegals, I've seen it in secretaries, I've seen it in marketing people. These are people who truly care about the mission of the firm. These are people who truly care about making the attorneys who they work with have better lives. These are people who are not just looking for a paycheck. And if that's you, and if you want to experience a laid-back culture, if you want to work at a place that has the mission Our singular mission is improving the lives of our employees and their families through client service. If this sounds good to you, and you're not just somebody that's throwing your resume everywhere, you're not just a clock puncher, you're willing and able to get in here and grab a row and row so that this boat can move forward. And if you are willing to go above and beyond the call of duty to make the lives of the people who you work with better, if you're able to support the attorneys so that they are able to achieve the mission of the firm and to execute on a very high level for our clients, if this isn't something that you're interested in, then please don't apply. Because I believe we'll be able to identify the people that have these characteristics that we're looking for from those who don't. But if you're frustrated in your current job and you're a non-attorney, if you are some sort of support personnel, it doesn't really matter what level you're at. Heck, I don't even care if you don't have any law firm experience. If you have the characteristics that I'm looking for, if you have that desire to really help the people around you, if you are willing on occasion to work late if necessary, if you are willing to proofread and reread a document to make sure that it is flawless, if you are willing to adhere very closely to the systems and processes and procedures that are in place, but also willing to make them better and to write new ones as you identify repeat tasks that you encounter, if you're willing to help me document those into processes and procedures so when you get promoted, whoever takes your place is able to benefit from all your knowledge, then this is the place for you. And so I hope that if I've done my job with this video, 9 out of 10 of you are going to say that this is not for me, but I'm hoping that 1 in 10 of you out there are going to listen to this and you're going to say, this is a breath of fresh air. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the opportunity that is right for me. If you are that rare person, then please, I can't wait to meet you, and I hope that you apply for a position at Baker Law Group, and I hope that you are with us for a very, very long time.